Good morning, everybody. This is Michelle here. I want to share a couple tips with you this morning. Actually, I want to share 4 tips with you. These 4 tips really have come from several conversations I've had in the last probably week. And it stems around the idea that leaders need some self-care. Right? So one thing that I have noticed is that the more that I work with leaders, the more I realize they keep asking the same question. Michelle, how can I make sure that I get what I need when I'm leading people? Or how can I make sure that I'm in check of my emotions when I'm working with somebody? I think this is a great question for leaders to ask, and I'm actually really excited when people ask this question because that means that they are more in tune with themselves and they're really wanting to add the most value to their people. So I have 4 really quick, easy tips to share with you today, okay? You ready? Okay, so number 1, every single day, I want you to ask yourself, what could I do preferably at the beginning of your day, that's going to fill you so that you can go out and give to others. And why do I say that? Because you can't give what you don't have. So if you're trying to give mercy, encouragement, love, empowerment, if you're trying to give that and you don't have that for yourself, you're out of luck, okay? So what I do, I'm not saying you have to, but what I do every single morning is I have typically 1.5 hours of time just for myself and study. That helps me know I've gotten what I need for the day, and everything after that point is all for other people. Okay? So tip number 2, take 1 day off a week. Now, before you start to freak out and tell me all the reasons why you can't, let me tell you that when you start to do this, your brain starts to de-stress and you become more creative and you can solve more problems and you can actually do more with less time, okay? Some people say, oh, Michelle, I can't take a whole day off. I understand that. Sometimes with my schedule, what I do is I'll say, okay, so today's Tuesday, so perhaps maybe beginning at noon I can take some time off, and I'll take that time off until tomorrow at noon, okay? So I'm still taking a full day, but it might not be all of Tuesday, okay? All right, and then tip number 3. This one came actually, I was having a little trip with my hubby overnight. I was really actually pleased to be able to do that. And I realized on the way back, oh my gosh, I need to do this more. And not just 1 day, but I need a full 3 days where I can get away because I felt like I had just gotten to the point where I was kind of de-stressed. And then we had to come home. And as we got closer and closer and closer to home, all of that was kind of building up again. Okay? I don't know what that looks like to you. I don't know what that even looks like to me. I'm just saying 3 days every quarter seems about doable. So if you figure something out, let me know, okay? I would love to know your tips. And then the last thing is really just this idea of who are you following? I was doing several leadership games this week, and there is a card that we use in the game, and it's titled the Followers card. And a lot of people say, oh, I'm a leader. I'm not a follower. I don't follow people. I get a little concerned when I hear that. You know why? Because if you're not following somebody, as my mentor John Maxwell says, if you're at the head of the class, you need to find a different class. So if you're not following somebody, that means you're not learning. You're not growing. That means you're not living out to the fullest potential your leadership ability. So you got to follow somebody. Okay? So those are your 4 tips. Pretty easy. Pick one. Okay? So 1 hour every day to yourself. 1 day every week to yourself. 3 days every quarter to yourself, and make sure that you're following somebody. Okay? So I would love to hear what you do. Comment below. Tell me what your idea, what your thought is. Ask a question. I'd love to know. Awesome. Have an amazing day. Can't wait to see you next time.